so this is 5-5 applicants. That's in your textbook on page 114 and 115. And I have gone in and added some data here. Basically, when I go to File, New, I'm going to get a blank database, and I'm going to name it at that point 5-5 applicants across the top here, if you can see that. So then, once I do that, then I'm going to go to my data. This is my data sheet view right here. If I click on Design View, then, sorry, let me click on Applicants here and click Design View. Okay. I'm not trying to enter any data, so let me go back to my data sheet view. Okay, so what happened was a date got missing, I think. Okay, so this is my data sheet view for applicants. This is my table. If I go to Design View, just going to click Yes there. Okay, you can see that I entered the fields: date, position, first name, last name, and phone. Phone needs to be a primary key, so I will just click primary key. It's going to put the key there for me. All right, now the position query. Here I clicked the Create tab, and I clicked Create Query Design. And when I do that, if I click on this here and go to Design View, it's going to ask me what table do I want to use. I'm going to use the applicants table, so you'll see that. Click Add and Close, and it'll leave this box here, so you'll just pull these down to each one. Okay, so here, make sure they're checked so that it will show in your query all these fields. And then if I want to pull it by one specific phone number, then I go to the criteria. If I wanted to pull just the cashiers, I could put cashiers here for position. If I just wanted to pull it by a certain phone number, I could pull it here. Now in your book it wants 0154, and I had not entered all the data yet, so I entered 0122 as the phone number. So now that I have that in there, if I click the Run button, it will show me who has that phone number, what their first and last name is, and what position they applied for. So you will have two tabs here. You will have the applicants table, and this is the design view here. Right here is the design view where you enter the fields. If I click the data sheet view, this shows me the information that I've entered manually with the keyboard. So if I wanted to enter the next one, I would go in and enter 1/5/2015, and it's going to be manager and Barry Gamble, and then his phone number is 541-555-0125. So now if I go to my position query here, and let's say I go back to the design view and I change it to his phone number of 0125, then it should bring up Barry Gamble only. So I'm going to click the Run button, and what did I do wrong? Let me see here. Design view. This is number 0125-541-555-0125. Let me go back to my table and hit enter. Maybe that's what it was. Design view, yes. And let me go to my position query, design view, 541-555-0125. Okay, there we go. So I didn't hit enter in my data sheet view for my table. So, and again, in the query in the design view, I did not have to put the quotes at each end. It did that for me. But again, this criteria, I can base it off, what positions they're looking for and not the phone number. So if I wanted all the people that are just cashiers, I could do just the cashiers. And it would show me all their information. I could choose just to show me the cashiers and their phone numbers only. So I could do this, and that way it would show me cashiers and phone numbers only. Okay, so but I'm not going to do that. It's only asking to pull this one particular person, all fields. I don't have the date up here. I need to add the date. Make sure you have all the fields up here and query that specific phone number of 0154. I haven't entered that information yet, so it's close to the bottom. Should be Jennifer Smith, manager. So this is how you basically create your tables and your queries. Make sure you use the data sheet view or the design view. Again, the applicants here. This is the design view. This is where I enter the fields, the field names. And if I go to the data sheet view, this is where I enter the names for each of these fields. Okay, my position query, again, I already have that set up. You just go to create, query design. It's going to ask you what table you want to use. You'll click this one and click add. I'm going to close it. I don't want to create a new query. But if I did, let me go back to query. Okay, so here I can click add, close it, and then I just drag the names down, just like I did before. All the names here, and phone. And notice phone is the primary key. And then in the criteria section, I just enter the phone number of that one person. Okay, so the tutorial, again, if you need to refer to it, this is lesson 4 in the tutorial for creating a query. Lesson 3, I think, is sorting, ascending, descending. But look back through your tutorials. The tutorials is located in Blackboard. I think it's under course documents, and it's also located at Cengage under free resources. So you may need to refer back to your tutorial now and then. But again, to see the actual query, you'll have to click the Run button. I already have a query here for this one. So if I go to Design View and then I click the Run button, it's going to show me that one particular person based on that phone number that I had in my query. So if I go back to Design View, you see it's 0125. If I go to Design View, I've got 0125 right there as my criteria. Okay, I hope this helps you. Send me an email if you need any help.